Hi guys, welcome to the part of making a morsekey. As you can see, I am in the process of tapping thread for the little bolts. What I've done is I have four, as I'll show you. What I've done, I have four of brass flat pieces. I sawed off 15 centimeters, that will be about 10 inches. I sawed off and I will bolt them together. I'll show you. And that's what I've done. So I'm just tapping the first hole that I've drilled and put that little bolt in there, and I put that on both sides. And as we get along, you will understand. Sorry about the light. You will understand what is involved. So you see, getting the thread into it without breaking the tap, of course. I'll bolt them together, so and that will hold it together nicely. Yeah, look at that. That's quite tight, really. But if you're careful, you won't break the tap. There's a lot of work on there also, so to get this started, I've thought it through, and I have to solve one problem yet, but I will get to that problem when I get to it. But first things first, let's get this together. Yeah, get the tap out now, so it should be enough to get that little bolt in. And I think I have to deepen it out a little bit to get it flat, but then there again, it is not exactly essential that it is, well, there we go, throw it on the floor, why not? There we go. So, what I'm going to do is a couple of, oh, sorry guys, what have I done? Okay, still alive. Get another one in here. Let's have a look. One of those nice bolts, of course. Put one in there. First do it with my fingers. Very important, if you do it with your fingers, don't be drawn to get a screwdriver straight at hand, because that won't do you any good. So then we bolt it together. Sorry about the light. The light is coming from the top. So tighten it up a bit. There we go. Now we can loosen. See, I use the same material I use for gluing wood, so I'll have to take it off for a moment. See if I can get it loose. First this one then. The other way. Yep, there he comes. He's off. And take that one off as well. Doesn't have to hold anything anymore. This is paper in there. I'll get that out later on. Burning or whatever. So what I'm going to do next is to keep that on there. I'm going to loosen up the vise. And I put him in the vise here, that way. As you should do normally on the column drill, to drill the holes first a bit smaller. Oh, come on then. I've tightened that go. There it comes. See, I have a hole here as well, but so I have to clamp it together. Otherwise it won't tap nicely. You can see that let's even that up on the edges, on the ends, even that up with it. So what I'm going to do next is with my hand drill that up a bit. Oh dear. Let's have a look if that will work. Straight through. Now the hole is big enough for the taps. The tap to thread in it. Take number 1. And do it all over again. Yeah, I like that. I really do. I really enjoy myself, really. There we go. Just be careful. And then just get the first one in. Well, there are taps you can do it straight away. I'm not doing that. Firstly, I don't have a tap like that. Secondly, I prefer to have my thread properly, so it's properly threaded, so I won't force anything. Here, clamp them together tightly, because if you take them apart, and then there would be space in between. That's not what I want. I will file this later on, so that it gets nice and even. Get it flash. Well, the tabs are perpendicular, so should be okay. Let's have a look where we are. We're there. So get them out again. Go to the second one. There we go. There's flash anyway on both sides, I feel that. So that's the first one. Get the second one. Where is he? That's it from this spot. Yep. Well guys, if the shop doesn't have any morsekeys anymore, or doesn't even know where to get them, so I have to do something myself. So, yeah. Carefully. There it goes. Anyway, I won't bore you any longer with tapping this. I will come back to you when I've done this, okay? There you go guys. I'll put the second one in. That's all turned off now. There we go. Now we have the shit in between. We get that off. That doesn't really matter. So it's just easily with a knife get along here, or file or something like that. But you get it off. There you go. You have to file this anyway. So you have to file this flat. There you go. See, there's something sticking out on that side here, so that's okay. We can file that over as well, so there's no need for that. So what we're going to do next is to making, what do you call this? Oh, they're terrible. I used to speak English a lot better than I do now because, well, this, but more than 20 years ago I was in England, so that's quite some time ago, so you forget things, you know. Anyway guys, we will get this thing in the middle, drill that through, like that, straight of course, with the right width, but it's tight enough. And then I have to think about it, how I'm going to, or that way. So now, see, there's always difficulties to do this right. That's the main thing. What we have to do next is just making a bolt in there that we can adjust the back of it, and a bolt in here with a feather, with a spring. To get the leverage and a contact point in here. That's how I do it, far away from that. And then I have to fabricate myself something that I can make this with. So, see, the point is, if I'm going to drill in this, it's going to come apart, and that's not what I want. So what I'll probably do is drill it a hole like that in there and move it in there. So I have to look up the sizes, how far that this has to go back and forward, and then I will see how I will proceed. I'm considering will I do this with a fine drill, slowly, and then a little bigger, and then bigger again. That probably will work to get this in. This is also brass. It's only a little piece, so the more you don't need more. There you go. It's easy to do. Or that side actually. So I'll see to that, guys. I will come back to you when I'm that far. Okay. Welcome back, guys. Well, I managed to get that pin in on the side. That's 4 of them together. You can see it's movable. So that is done, and you can see here on this point you get the knob, yeah, and here on this position here you get a feather or a spring, and here on this side you have a bolt to adjust the distance between your contact point. So yeah, but the key is nearly ready, believe it or not. The only thing we have to get our supports on the side here, and our contact bars front and back. So that will be it. So I will come back to you when I have more. I will have to go at the moment to the shop to get that knob. I have to look up at the internet which knob is suitable. I collect that and I will put that on. And I have a spring, see if I get a spring, or I'll use a spring from a pen of 2 pens. I don't know if they're strong enough. You see guys, you can make everything yourself if you want to. So we'll leave it at that. I'll come back to you, okay? Hi guys, a little step further. To be honest with you, it's Sunday today, and I especially went down to the hardware shop to get some stuff. So I managed to get some aluminum as well. I've got myself a very nice knob on there. It's brass, very nice looking. It is absolutely looking ideal for making that key. So as you can see, I put some more bolts into it. I got to the shop there and I found those brass little bolts, 30mm, I think it's near 3/4 of an inch. So they are long enough, you can cut them back if you want to. So I put in the spring already, I just put a little nut on there so it doesn't can get off. And then we have the adjustment where you see immediately how it's going to look. Tomorrow I will cut the wood, and I'm going to make that just that it fits into the case. So normally if you put a little plank or something like that, a board underneath, then you have to hold it with one hand. I'm going to make it just that way that you can stick it into the suitcase and it will be stuck in there, and then you can employ the key. So that's my intention. What I'm going to do yet is I think I'm going to spray this this brass black with that nice oak look on that little plank or wood. Well, that will look nice with this brass knob on there. So perhaps I can change my mind. I could also get some steel wool or something like that and make it all shiny. But I don't want to make it too flashy, because this represents something out of the war, World War II. So you have to show some fantasy and your little skills to make a key like that from materials you found, and that's just what I done. So I put some things on there, and I just soldered that up on the ends. And even then it didn't succeed in there because I see this cracked again. So because I filed it down again, so now it was open again. So it doesn't matter. I put a little bolt in there. On the other side the knob keeps it in place. And then we have here a little contact bolt. So we have to make some little things underneath. So it will be like that, of course. And you understand that, of course. This goes into the wood with the spring. So this will be the adjustment here. So this will be underneath here, and I have to make a contact somewhere on the other side. So I have to see how other people done that. I don't profess to know everything, so sometimes things are very easy, it's very simple. So you have to see how you do that. Okay. Anyway, guys, so far so good. I will come back to you when I have more. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back again. Well, you can see straight away I nearly finished the key. I said nearly because I just made him fit in the suitcase. You can see that. You don't have to hold them anymore. So what I have to do next is get myself another spring. I think this little spring is a bit too weak. But then again, it works, it does work. I have to put a copper strip underneath here and make some connections, of course. I will take them apart again. I will get something material off here, make them round it a little bit, and then spray it black. I don't know with the key yet if I leave it that way. I think I'll leave it that way. It looks rather nice. Anyway, you don't have to be ashamed of something. And the war, they didn't have any materials available, so they have to be careful as well. So they have to be on their own experimentation or whatever. Yeah. So you can see it came along quite nicely. I made a little board and I bolted it down, 4 little bolts. I will undo that again. I will round this, give it a nicer shape, make it black, and I will stain the board and put some lacquer on it, so that will be looking the same as the suitcase itself. So that will be it. So I want to show you something else. I'm going to pan the camera a little bit, and then you can see I painted this receiver front black. You can see it is quite nice. So the next thing to do is then get all the wiring finished and get them aligned. we'll do that in the next video, I think, and then we go from there. Okay, so if I have some more on that morsekey, I will come back to you. Okay. Hi guys, well there you are, the finished project, the finished key, our morsekey. Now you can see him. Alright, the only thing that's missing is the cable. Yeah. Yeah, functions okay. So there you go. What more can you do? So we have finished this project as well. So it belongs to our project, our Olga ww2 project, and mainly because of that I couldn't get a key, a cheap key for that matter, and I'm not willing to spend a lot of money on it, so I took some material and there we go. We have our key. Alright, so we'll shut this video down, and I will carry on with our project, and see you later. Alright.